Hello everyone. We are live, and this is the Met Report, a show about movies and entertainment television news. So I have these new like headset or whatever that I'm testing out. I hear a little bit of an echo, so it's kind of distracting, to be honest with you. So I may not keep them. But guys, let me know if you can hear me okay, if the picture's alright. I just want to make sure that everything is working as smoothly as possible. I see a couple of you guys on here. We have a Superior Failure saying, "What's up? Hello there, how you doing?" We have Denise Taylor Dennis saying hello. She won a giveaway last week, and I actually just sent yours out on Friday, or yesterday, so you should be getting yours sometime next week. We have Chris Chong saying, "Hey, hello there, how you doing?" We have Birdie Moon saying, "Sound is fine." Thank you so much, Robbie, for letting me know. Superior Failure says, "We can hear you." Okay, perfect. Thank you so very much. That was a bit of a concern because of, sometimes we've had like technical issues or whatever. So yeah. So I mentioned earlier or on social media that I'm doing my live giveaway of the Spider-Man with the Santa hat. So I'm gonna do this giveaway towards the end of the stream. I would like at least about 10 viewers when we do that to actually do the giveaway, I should say. But that'll be closer towards the end there. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with some of the main stuff that we're going to talk about here today. So as I mentioned, I'm Giovanni, and this is the Met Report, a show about movies, entertainment, and television news. And so for today, we do have a few topics here. I'm going to show this little graphic of the movie The Boy and the Heron. So I did watch it last night. The plan was to review the movie, non-spoiler review of the movie, but I fell asleep throughout the movie, sadly enough. And I'll give you guys a reason as to why that happened. But I did ultimately cancel the non-spoiler review because if I didn't watch some of it, I don't think I should actually review it. So there's that. Let's see here. And then also, earlier this week, Max released like a little sizzle reel about their upcoming projects for 2024 and 2025. And one of the main ones here is the Welcome to DERRY TV series, which is a prequel of the It films. So we'll talk about that for a little bit. And then there's also some other shows that are coming out next year in 2024, like the House of the Dragon Season 2 and the Penguin from the Batman's Matt Reeves universe with Colin Farrell. So we'll talk about that a little bit as well. And then of course we have our Figures Talk segment. There's a couple of announcements that came out this week. We have the Wolverine from the animated series of Marvel Comics, a version. It's a studio called HONŌ, which I believe is part of Hot Toys. I think it's a branch from Hot Toys. So we'll talk about that as well. They also released or announced the Spider-Man Marvel Comics version, which I briefly talked about last week, but they didn't have that many photos. This week they did announce a lot more photos of that Spider-Man Hot Toys, which is very limited from my understanding of that. And we'll talk a little bit more about that one. And also there's a Ghostface killer 6-kill figure that was announced this week from a studio called, a manufacturer called Y Studios. So we'll talk about that figure as well. And as I mentioned earlier about the Spider-Man with the Santa hat Funko, I am announcing the winner towards the end of the stream. Assuming that we have the 10 minimum viewers and you follow all the other instructions, you're a subscriber or a follower to the movie canon, and you have an address within the United States and stuff like that. So, and then also, I'm doing the 1K subscribers live stream once we cross the 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. We're not quite there yet. I think I have like 992 subscribers as of right now, last time I checked anyway. So once we cross the 1,000 subscribers, shortly after that, I'm gonna do a huge live stream of the of these giveaways. It'll be a regular show, but I'm gonna do these giveaways during that particular stream. I'm actually looking for another graphic. That's why I'm a little distracted here, but this one that right here, the Santa Jack Funko Pop, that one is still open, and I'm pretty sure I'll announce the winner the way I'm gonna do the Spider-Man today next week. So that's the goal, to announce the winner for this one next week. And of course the Santa Freddy Funko, that one is still open, and I haven't decided when I'm gonna do the giveaway for that one. I do want to do it before Christmas, so I'll let you guys know more details about that. And let me see if there's anything else here. We have Denise Taylor Dennis says, oops. Actually, let me read it a different way, because it's kind of blocking some of the chat. It says, oops, hate it when I fall asleep watching something. Yeah, especially when you actually paid for a movie, right? So yeah, so I'll talk about that in just a moment here. Okay, so that's it for the basic stuff right now. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and begin with the boy and the heron. So like I said, this movie, I did attempt to watch it yesterday in theaters. It's a Studio Ghibli Toho production, and I was gonna review it like I normally do. You know, I do its positives and negatives of each movie that I review and so forth. And I fell asleep throughout the movie, so I was going in and out. Like, I watched like maybe the first 30 minutes, which was cool. It was perfectly fine. I had no issues with it. But what I've kind of discovered, and this happened with another Studio Ghibli movie, Ponyo, and actually a lot of, I think just in general, a lot of Studio Ghibli movies, I've only seen a few of them, but they're kind of similar in tone as to when they present the movie, okay? So they're like a bit slow. So that they get to the story or whatever, which we all like our storytelling to be good and everything, but it does start a bit slow. And I don't want to say that The Boy and the Heron was boring to me, that I fell asleep. There are some other factors in there. For one, I was a bit tired the last couple of days. I've been working on different things here and there, so I was tired. So that's one thing. And then the other thing is, these Studio Ghibli movies, and even some anime projects that I've seen throughout the years, they're kind of, I don't know how to explain it to me. It's kind of like relaxing in a way when I watch it, like the imagery, the sounds, the ambiance of the picture, of the story of the movie, TV show, whatever. It kind of makes me sleepy. And that actually happened with Ponyo, that I fell asleep watching that movie. Now, I didn't watch that one in theaters, but I did fall asleep in Ponyo as well. And usually when there's like scenes when it's like water or ocean, for some reason it makes it worse. Like, it makes me want to, get sleepy and tired or whatever. We have Superior Failure saying here, I went to watch The Marvels with my friends. It was so bad we just laughed at the entire movie. Well, speaking of that, I did watch The Marvels. I didn't think it was that bad. It was okay. I ultimately didn't recommend it to be viewed in theaters. I think I put on my channel or on my Instagram that it's more of a stream it. I gave it a C+. So I didn't hate the movie. There was some things that were interesting, but there's definitely some parts in that movie that were not good here. Let me see here. Okay, so the other thing that I'm testing out for this stream is the chat. So before, you couldn't see the chat on screen. I've been working on trying it to appear during the live stream. So it looks like we have a couple that popped up there. Where'd you get that? Put a little like wave, like hello. So hello, how you doing today? So you might see like a little weird looking chat things on the screen. I'm still working on the presentation of them, but just bear with me with that one. Okay, so that was I think that was my only thoughts regarding the Boy and the Heron Studio Ghibli movie. I'm not gonna try to rewatch it in theaters because there's so many movies that I need to watch this month before I get to my top 10 2023 lists, which I want to do on December 31st. By the way, I'll give you guys a heads up when I do that stream. But yeah, unfortunately, I'm not gonna try to watch this one again. But yeah, so I fell asleep. For The Boy and the Heron. The people that I was watching the movie with, they seem to like it. So there you go. All right. So the next thing I want to talk about here is the news, or the information that Max dropped. So again, a lot of you who don't know, Max is HBO Max. Warner Brothers Discovery, they decided to drop the HBO part of their streaming platform. No idea why, because HBO is very well known. It's recognizable. So for whatever reason, they decided to drop the HBO, and now it's just called Max. So they did the little sizzle reel thingy, whatever. They're showing like a bunch of clips from their upcoming shows, like House of the Dragon, The Penguin, and the one that I was most interested in was in the Welcome to Derry, and then there's the Last of Us season 2, which they're teasing here, coming in 2025, just like this It prequel thing going on there. So they teased that, and I want to talk about those 3 main shows that I mentioned, because those are the 3 I'm most excited about. The Last of Us season 2, there's very little information. There's no clips, there's no images, so I'm not going to talk about The Last of Us season 2. Just the fact that what I already said, that it looks like it's scheduled to come out in 2025. So you Last of Us fans, you have to wait another full year at the very least if it comes out in January like it did in season 1. But we'll see what happens there. So let's go to House of the Dragon season 2. I read half of this book, so I didn't fully finish it. But what's interesting, which is kind of the same thing that happened with Dune, I only read a part of Dune, but the parts that I read covered the first part of the film, so I feel like I actually read the book for the first movie. It's kind of the same thing with House of the Dragon. I think I read like half of it, and season 1 covered most of what I read, but not all of it. So I do plan on going back and returning and finishing those books, and it's gonna be a bit of a theme when it comes to books that I don't finish, but I'll talk to you guys about that a little later. So we have here, like I said, House of the Dragon season 2. Okay, so I'm gonna go, hold on a second here, because this is something that popped up this week as well. I'm trying to share the screen. Hold on a moment here. Hold on. Okay, so I'm sharing this screen, my laptop, and you should be able to see an article from Variety. Let me know, guys, if you can't see it. I know there's been issues before with my software that for some reason it just doesn't pop up. It hasn't really been a problem lately, but let me know if it's an issue. So we have here, the headline says, George R.R. Martin reveals House of the Dragon season 3 and 4 prep is underway. Calls season 2 episodes powerful and gut-wrenching. So that's definitely good to hear. I was a big fan of Game of Thrones. The last season of Game of Thrones, a lot of people didn't like. And in a way, I mean, it was disappointing. I didn't hate it as much as most people did, but it was disappointing. It definitely could have been better. They cut it down to like 6 episodes for the last season when all the other ones were 10. And they just seemed like the showrunners it seemed like they just kind of half-assed that last season, because I know at that point Lucasfilms had hired them to work on some Star Wars projects. So I don't know if they were just like, let me just finish this Game of Thrones thing so that we can start working on Star Wars. But if that was the reason, that was dumb, because they ended up not even doing the Star Wars thing. They dropped out afterwards. So right now, going back to the House of the Dragon Season 2. So we have here, and this is regarding George R. R. Martin, who's the author. It says, apparently still hard at work on the 6th Song of Ice and Fire novel, The Winds of Winter. George R. R. Martin took his blog to recap his recent trip to London, which includes meeting his book publisher, the team behind his Westeros set stage adaptation, and the writers of House of the Dragon, who screened the first 2 episodes of Season 2 for the Game of Thrones author. The highlight of the trip had to be the sneak preview that showrunner Ryan Condal gave me of the first 2 episodes of House of the Dragon Season 2, of rough cuts, of course. Martin wrote in a December 6 blog post. Of course, I am hardly objective when talking about anything based on my own work, but I have to say I thought both episodes were just great, and they're not even finished yet. Dark, mind you, very dark. They may make you cry. I did not cry myself, but one of my friends did. Powerful, emotional, gut-wrenching, heart-rending, just the sort of thing I like. What can I say? I was weaned of Shakespeare and love the tragedies and history plays best of all. Okay, so we have this Season 2 that's supposed to come out here. Let's see here. Currently it's dated for early summer 2024. The author also spent 2 days locked in a room with Condal and his writing staff, talking about the 3rd and 4th seasons of House of the Dragon, while the Game of Thrones prequel series has yet to be officially renewed by HBO beyond Season 2. Okay, so I know that if you guys have seen House of the Dragon Season 1, the way it ended, if you read the book, this is basically when things are really going to get started when it comes to the Targaryen Civil War. I thought that they were going to actually show more of that in the first season, but they actually still covered a lot of it without getting too into it yet. So that's why it looks like they're probably thinking of Season 2, 3, and 4, because it is still a fairly long book, not long than some of the other ones, but yeah, it looks like they have plans for Seasons 3 and 4 when it comes to this House of the Dragon stuff. So yeah, so that was the House of the Dragon Season 2. Now let's talk about the Penguin series. Let me just get the clip here. Hold on a sec. Okay, so we have this graphic, this image. And again, let me know, guys, if you can't see some of this stuff. Actually, let me go into the chat real quick here. It says, Denise Taylor Dennis says, I can't wait for The Last of Us. Yeah, so it's at the very least about a year, or more than a year at this point. But yeah, the first season was pretty good. So going back here to the Penguin series here. So it's been a while since it was announced. This series was announced that Colin Farrell was gonna return as the character, as the Penguin. And I mean, if you've seen The Batman, it's a great film. It is definitely long, and it's definitely has its it's more like a small burn type of movie. It's 3 hours long, but it's a great movie. And Colin Farrell as the Penguin was definitely one of the highlights of the movie. He did a great job as the character. And if I remember correctly, when they were casting the Batman, they had asked I can't remember his name now, the actor from Superbad. I don't know why I can't remember his name now. Anyway, so they had asked that actor to star in the Batman, and they had offered him like, well, actually, I don't know how much they offered him, but from my understanding, I believe he wanted like $10 million to play the character, and none of us really know what character he was trying to play. We're just assuming that it was probably the Penguin because of all the other casting that we had already seen. Jonah Hill. I just looked him up right now. So Jonah Hill, so he is the actor I was talking about, and I believe he was supposed to play the Penguin. At least they offered it to him, and he turned it down because I guess the producers were not gonna pay him that. Like I said, this is just stuff from what I recall. This is not like official, but I think I remember something about that, because I think even Robert Pattinson hasn't even gotten paid that much himself, and he's the lead, right? So I do remember that. And then later on I found out that Colin Farrell was cast as the Penguin shortly after that. That's why I kind of connected those two things there. So yeah, so he was great in the movie. He's not in it that much, so it was kind of nice to know that they're working on a series. And to me, just based on the little clip that we've seen of the Penguin, it looks very Sopranos and the Batman, right? So obviously, so I'm very excited for this. It was supposed to come out sooner, and I think maybe in the spring of 2024, or maybe even early 2024, but because of the writer's strike and then the actor's strike, a lot of these projects were pushed, as I'm sure a lot of you guys know. So they were pushed, and now this series is going to come out, I think, towards the end of 2024 now, but it is currently set to come out next year and not in 2025 like some of the other projects. So yeah, so we got that, and let's talk about the other project that I was interested in talking about here today. And we have the Welcome to Derry series, the prequel series. Because it's not a movie. Like when I first heard about it, I thought it was gonna be a movie, like a full-on prequel film, but it's just a series on HBO. I'm sorry, on Max. Okay, so I mean, when the movie came out in 2017, I really loved the movie. Bill Skarsgård was awesome as the character, and from my understanding of this, it looks like he's actually not gonna reprise his role as Pennywise in this series. So I don't know what they're gonna do with that. There's no information as to who's going to play Pennywise or anything like that. We just know that Bill Skarsgård is not playing Pennywise. And the same filmmakers who made It Part 1 and 2, Andy Muschietti, and I believe it's his sister, they're the two people who worked on the project, on the films, I should say. And they are also the same people who are working on this series, this Welcome to Derry series. So I'm excited about that. Andy Muschietti also directed The Flash, which I know a lot of you guys did not like. I actually did really like The Flash, one of the few people who liked it, but yeah, so he's back on board here with this project, and I know he's directing some of the episodes as well. And just the question remains, who's gonna play Pennywise, right? So let me just look at the official article that talks about this. And again, guys, let me know if you can't see it here. Let's get to the Pennywise, or the Welcome to Derry section here. Okay, let's see. The series was developed by It and It Chapter 2 director Andy Muschietti, with sister and It producer Barbara Muschietti, and Wonder Woman writer Jason. I don't know how to pronounce this guy's last name. He spells it Fuchs. So Jason Fox? I don't know. The show will star Jovan Adipo, Chris Chalk, Taylor Page, James Remar, Stephen Ryder, and Madeline Stowe. Andy will also reportedly direct multiple episodes of the series. Okay, so regarding it, okay, so I remember because I've read parts of it. So another book I didn't complete, which I do plan on going back. Actually, I have the book right here. So my cousin, my cousin Ivan, if he's watching now, he let me borrow it, the novel. It's a huge ass book, right? So I started reading it, and I'm at page. Oh damn! I thought I got further than that. I'm on page 27. So Ivan, if you're watching, I will eventually go back and finish reading this book. Okay, you let me borrow it. I think it's been almost a year now, but let me know if you need it back. But I'm planning on finishing this. Anyways, the 27 pages that I've read so far of it, I think it's set in the 1950s. And with this prequel series, it looks like they're going back to the 1960s. And it's more focused on the origins of Pennywise. That's why I'm a little concerned about who's going to play Pennywise if it's not going to be Bill Skarsgård, because they're really going to be focusing on Pennywise. And I know they teased a little bit of his origin in It Chapter 2. So I'm not sure what they're going to do. Now, we also know that Pennywise can like transform into like different things, different people in a way. So they may just have to take that route if Bill Skarsgård's not going to move forward with that here. Let's see. So going back here to this project here, they're also focusing on a couple of kids again, you know, like 4 kids. And like I said, going back to the origins of Pennywise, they're going to use these 4 kids, and there's like another main character that's supposed to be part of the series and so forth. But I believe, if I remember correctly, I think Pennywise landed on Earth, or whatever you want to call it, like that. Like much, like it took much longer, or it's actually has been a really long time, even further back from the 50s and 60s where he actually landed. But they want to focus on the 60s, and I think they probably just want to connect it to the new movies, because you know Pennywise comes every 27 years. So if they set it as 1980s is the setting of the It movies, so 27 years prior to that, I think that's what they're focusing on. The group of kids that were terrorized before the new group of kids that were terrorized in the 2017 It Part 1 movie. That's just what I'm thinking there. But so that's it for the Pennywise, I believe there. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on this series, Welcome to Derry. And I believe it's even I don't even think it's an official name. I think it's like a working title. It may remain the same, but it may change. But Welcome to Derry was supposed to come out in 2024. Now it's pushed to 2025, along with The Last of Us. So yeah, so let me know your thoughts on this series here. I think that's it for the TV news segment here. We're about to jump into the Figures Talk segment. Okay, so, and I think I mentioned this before, you know, I added the Figures Talk segment on the Met Report because, you know, I started collecting this year and I'd like to talk about them, and I just want to include them here in the Met Report. And I usually wait until the end in case some of you guys are not that interested in the topic or whatever. But we're going to go and begin by this first one here. So we have this Wolverine 1/6 scale. They call it action figure, but it's I mean, it's a figure. It's a figure. So it's a 1/6 scale figure. It's from a manufacturer called HONŌ, which I believe is a branch of Hot Toys. So because Hot Toys started teasing this figure a few days ago, and then yesterday they officially, or not yesterday, on Thursday, they officially released the photos. So let me get into, hold on a second here, because I'm going to share the screen again here, so hold on just a moment. Okay, let me try to share it now. Okay, so you should be able to see photos, images of this figure, this Wolverine. Now, when they first teased this, which was earlier this week, I was confused again with where this character is coming from, just like the Spider-Man one, because this one has a logo and a look of the animated series, the X-Men from the 90s. So it looks like that, the logo's like that, but it looks like it is from the show, and also a bit of the 90s comic as well. So it looks like that's what's happening there. And they kind of did the same thing with the Spider-Man one, which we'll talk about in just a bit here. So this is a photo here of Wolverine, and I don't know 100%, but we could expect that Hot Toys will make a Hugh Jackman Wolverine when Deadpool 3 comes out. That is something that, you know, that's just a money grab right there. Why would you leave money on the table by not making a Wolverine from Deadpool 3 with this look right here that you see on your screen? So they're dropping this now, and I'm sure later, like in July and August, September 2024, they'll do the Deadpool 3 version. And then you see the base here, and they show you know, in the background you see the image of the comic, right? It says interchange with your own comic book, so I guess you can switch it around. So I guess it's just like a little sample that you could put something in there. I'm not sure if it comes with that image. I mean, hopefully it does. But next picture here. So here's another one. Entry grade, 1/6 scale, as we know, high quality, high articulated. It's supposed to come out in Q3 of 2024. Interchangeable lower faces, seamless muscular silicone arms. Just another image here, and the claws like really long here. And then I think we have this one right here who looks pretty cool. And I mean, I like Wolverine. I think a lot of us like Wolverine. Growing up, I was a bigger fan of Cyclops. I'm not sure why. Maybe because he was the leader of X-Men, and I like that he can, you know, shoot something from his eyes and like do things and stuff like that. So maybe that's why I like Cyclops. But as I got older, I started to appreciate Wolverine more because he's an anti-hero, right? He doesn't necessarily want to be a hero, but he feels compelled to be one, just because of his abilities. You know, he could easily have been a villain, but he's not. So he's decided to be a good guy overall. So, and I can kind of understand his struggles as far as the character, you know, the things that happen to him and things like that. So it's like, just like the whole Spider-Man thing, you know, you have a responsibility. Because you have this power. So I think that's why we like Spider-Man too. So here's another picture image of Wolverine. Very, very cool. Now I have the Mondo Wolverine. Actually, I think I have it right here. Let me try to get it real quick here, because there's some big differences, right? Let me grab it here. Okay. So I think you guys can see me. Again, let me know if you can't, but let's see. Let me get a full screen here. Okay, so this one is the Mondo figure. So it is quite different, right, from the picture that you were seeing earlier, right? So, and then there's all these joints that you can see, which I don't like to see when it's a Hot Toys. But since Mondo was the only one that was making these animated figures, So I got this Wolverine. The same thing with Batman. So Batman, the animated series, is comes from Mondo as well. So I mean, he looks cool. Like I said, the joints I'm not a huge fan of. But for this figure, they're not expensive as Hot Toys, so I'm okay with it. But this actually is actually it's actually kind of heavy. It doesn't seem like it is, but it's pretty heavy. So that's the Mondo Wolverine. And the other part that I'm excited when it comes to this announcement is that because they opened this gate to this animated series of Wolverine, that could possibly mean that they could do a Batman animated series. They could do a Spider-Man animated series that focuses more on the other characters in this version, because we're gonna get into the price actually, because this figure is actually not as expensive as you would think. Okay, so if you want this Wolverine, and again, I go based on Sideshow, price is $160, which is expected to ship between April and September of 2024, which is actually not that long. So a lot of us collectors, we're used to waiting a year and a half, sometimes 2 years. I'm a much newer collector, so I'm not as experienced with waiting that long yet, but I know that there's some figures that have been waiting for a long time. Let's see here. We have some, let's look at the chat real quick. We have, where'd you get that set? That's pretty cool. And I don't know if you're referring to the Wolverine or something else, but we have Chris Chong say, can't wait for Reynolds and Jackman. Yeah, that's going to be very cool. So that's definitely excited for that. That won't be out till the end of July. The only MCU movie next year, by the way. The only one. Superior Failure says, if I had the money, I'd get the Wolverine. Yeah, so like I said, this one's cheaper now, because usually Hot Toys range between $250 to $300, right? So this is technically a Hot Toy, but they're calling it the what is it? HONŌ Studio? Let me go back to the other image. HONŌ Studio, who's making these. We have Deborah Rastelli says, wow, that's so great. So yeah, again, I'm assuming you're referring to the Wolverine, the figure that I'm presenting right now, or maybe you're referring to the Mondo one that I just showed you guys right now. So let me go back to the other page that I was showing you guys. Hold on a sec. Okay, going back here. Okay, so let me see if there's any other photos. So here's some other ones here, and we have the blue. The blue like really stands out. Like I do like that blue. Like I think it looks really good. And like I said, those claws are fucking long as hell. Let me show you another thing here. Hold on a sec. Let me show you the Sideshow page there. So if you want to pre-order on Sideshow, like I said, $160 there. Let's see. Let me just give you some little details. I think I might have already mentioned some of this, but I just want to make sure I talked about some other things here. Okay, so we have here height approximately 28.5 centimeters. Points of articulation is 28. Scale 1/6 scale. Signature yellow and metallic blue Wolverine costume. A specially designed body featuring seamless silicone arms, which I mentioned earlier. 3 swappable lower faces. 2 hands. 1 metallic white bone claws effect accessory, and 1 comic cover fitting figure stand, which I also mentioned a little earlier. And the big difference here within the or between the Mondo figure that I just showed you guys, the one that I have, and this one, is that we seem to have some kind of like actual clothes, like fabric, in the figure, because the Mondo figure, it's still all plastic, right? So there's no actual clothes or whatever. Let's see. We have Chris Chong say, "Did anyone see Reynolds' recent post with Mickey Mouse? LOL." Yes, I shared one of them on my Instagram with the Predator. So he's just trolling all these leakers, because there were some leaks that came out in online of the set of their filming, and he's just trolling the leakers by like adding like the Predator and the Mickey Mouse and stuff like that. So I thought that was funny. So yeah, well, I've seen that, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen that too. Let's see. So I think that's it for the Wolverine one. Now let me go and talk about the Ghostface one. Let me look at the chat one more time here. Denise Taylor Dennis says that is cool looking. Yeah, that Wolverine figure is cool. I don't have plans of getting him at this time. Like I said, I have the Mondo figure. I don't know if I maybe want to upgrade later on and get this one and maybe sell the Mondo one. If they do actually release or announce a Batman one, and it's kind of like this quality, I probably will for sure replace my Mondo one with a version that looks like this one for the Batman animated series. Okay, so going back here. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the Ghostface 1/6 scale figure. So this is not Hot Toys, this is not Sideshow, A&R, or some of the other, more popular or higher quality manufacturers. So this is from a company called Y Studios, I believe. They made this Ghostface, and you also see the one from Scary Movie. So we got that from Scary Movie there, and I'm sure some of you, or maybe a lot of you, know that I'm a big horror fan, and I wanted a Ghostface, a killer 1/6 figure, but Hot Toys didn't make a Ghostface. Sideshow did, but that one's sold out. It's waitlisted, and I added myself on the wait list, but it's been out, I think, for a while, and I'm not expecting to get a conversion and actually be able to get that one. And I don't think there's other like in art or anything like that. They haven't made Ghostface, and they may never. So, but this one is from Y Studios, and they just announced it this week, and it looks really, really cool. I like it. I like the blood on the mask and everything, and it comes with another I guess head sculpt, maybe the mask from the one from Scary Movie, and then you can kind of see a little bit there. I don't have an individual photo of the couch, but it comes with the couch and some other accessories, and unfortunately I didn't get the photos for that, but it has like some bottles of alcohol and a monster and all this other stuff. So I'm definitely getting this guy here. I actually already pre-ordered him. I went to 1/6 kit. I don't want to say the wrong. Let me see if I can find the name here. Hold on a second. But anyways, I went on another website to pick him up. 1/6 kit. Yes, I was right. 1/6 kit website, and I pre-ordered this figure. Not as expensive as Hot Toys, not even close. But I want this Ghostface killer. As a big horror fan, definitely want him. I already pre-ordered him. And actually, earlier this week on Thursday, I was in another YouTube channel, Collector Joy's channel, and he announced that he is giving out a code. It's called Collector J. So if you guys are interested in this, go to 1/6 kit, this figure, or maybe some other ones, not necessarily this one. If you want this, just put Collector J, which is a code from Collector Joy, who was nice enough to invite me to his channel on Thursday. So definitely follow him and subscribe to him if you're into figures and things like that. So that was just a little plug there for him. But Collector J, I did use it, so I did use that code, and it's only $10 off, but it's $10 off. It's better than nothing, and it worked. So I got that. So there you go for this figure. I don't think I have any other photos here, but let me see. Okay, so let me go. Let's look at the chat real quick here. So we have Denise Taylor Dennis says, not in my budget. So you're talking about the X-Men one, yeah. And then we have Chris Chong said, heard the Scream franchise is a bit of a pickle. Yes, definitely. And I actually wanted to talk about that, but I was away. I was in San Francisco, and I wasn't able to do a stream, and it might be too late now, but yeah, definitely some craziness going on with the Scream franchise. We have Deborah Rostelli. Why in a pickle? Okay, so you're asking about the issue there, and I'm still working on displaying the chat. We have Six Scale Mafia saying, "What's up, dude? Hey there, Mafia. How you doing? Glad you joined us here in the chat. Thanks so much for watching." And all you guys, again, if you're collectors, you guys probably already know Mafia, but if not, definitely subscribe to his channel. He does great stuff. He's one of the first YouTubers that I started watching once I became a collector. Him and brother cousins Jay, and then obviously collector Joey. So watch those guys as well. They're great, nice people. They know what the hell they're talking about. So thank you for dropping in, Mafia. Really appreciate that. Let's see here. I think that's it for the chat right now. Like I said, I'm working on displaying the chat. I use Streamlabs, so it's a little tricky to display it, but I'm still working on that. If not, I may just move to another software so that I could display and show all these chats that I'm getting and stuff like that. So there we go here. Six Go Mafia saying here, appreciate it. Almost 1K. Let's go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mafia. We have Darren Wardo saying hello. So hello there. How you doing, Wardo? I know you were in the chat last week. Okay, so that was the Ghostface killer. So I'm going to move on to the Spider-Man. Now, Spider-Man, I talked about him, this figure specifically, very briefly, because there wasn't that many photos at the time. They dropped a lot more photos this week, so I have more photos to show you guys and to talk about here today. So the confusion that I had when they first teased this was that they showed two logos. They showed the Spider-Man animated series from the 90s show, and then the Amazing Spider-Man logo from the Marvel Comics. So I was like, which figure is this? Is it from the animated show, or is it from the comic, or is it both? No idea. But either way, he looks cool. I'm a big Spider-Man fan. Not as much as Batman, but I am a big Spider-Man fan. But I decided not to, or when it does go on pre-order, because it's not up for pre-order yet, and it's a very limited figure of Hot Toys, I'm not planning on picking him up because I'm only focusing on one version, with the exception of Batman. I'm only focusing on one iteration or one version of each character that I want. So for Spider-Man, I already pre-ordered the red and blue Tom Holland from No Way Home Spider-Man. So I'm getting that one because I really like the costume of that one. Even though he's like barely in the movie, but I really like the outfit. It looks awesome. It just looks very cool. And it also comes with a head sculpt of Peter Parker. This one does not come with a head sculpt of Peter Parker, so that kind of like dissuade me from getting him. We have Matthew. It says, I think I will pre-order it if I can. Yes, so it's going to be very limited. And from my understanding, I believe it's only going to be 2,000 figures for this Spider-Man. And let me get into some of the photos for this one. Hold on a moment here so I can show you more photos. Okay, so again, let me know if you can't see, but I'm sharing my screen again so you can see more photos of this Spider-Man. Amazing Spider-Man, as you can see. And the eyes You can see there's a reflection there, right? So you can see the reflection on the eyes. I know some people don't like the silverness of things. Some people really want it to be just white, like, you know, the original, the OG. But this one, I do like that you can see a reflection of what is in front of the figure. So I think I like that. And then there's a camera accessory. I really do like that camera. So let me show you another photo here. So this one has the Spider-Man logo from the '90s show. So hold on a second here. Okay, I'm just making sure that you guys can still see it. Okay, looks like you can. Okay, so Spider-Man '90s animated show, that's the logo. And then you can see the little tiny Green Goblin. I like that. I think it looks cool. Now, if I see it in person, I don't know, maybe I'll change my mind. But I do like that it's tiny because it's supposed to be like a perspective thing. Like if you take a photo, it seems like the Green Goblin is from far away and he's like gliding himself down towards Spider-Man. So that would be cool in a photo. So I do like that. And again, he's holding the camera, or he has the camera hanging on his neck or whatever. Let me see. Next photo. Here's a closer, a close-up of the figure and the camera and the tiny little Green Goblin, which looks cool, like I said. And we have another comment here. Superior Failure says, I want that Spider-Man so badly. And Matthew says, this is like the definitive Spider-Man hot toy. Is it, Matthew? Do you really think so? I mean, yeah, I mean, it looks like the comics, like I said, it looks like it's a combination of both Marvel Comics and the animated series. Like I said, I want a head sculpt of Peter Parker, and I guess you could still buy this and later try to buy a head sculpt of Peter Parker. Maybe you can probably still do that. I mean, it wouldn't be consistent because I don't think the costume, this Spider-Man costume, doesn't go with the Tom Holland one or the other actors or whatever. But I guess you could do that. But like I said, the camera, it seems like a very tiny thing, like not significant. But the camera thing really does it for me. Like, it almost makes me want to get him. But because, you know, Peter Parker and the camera, that's pretty consistent with who he is, right? Then we have this photo here, and I do like this photo that's like on top of the comic book or whatever. It's a nice little shot there. And we have the eyepieces. I don't think the other ones have that. The other Hot Toys that I've seen, I don't think they have a lot of eyepieces like the others. Another image here, and this is the one that I was mentioning. You know, you can see the little Green Goblin in the background. He's about to glide down or fly down onto him, so that's cool. And this one shows obviously the Amazing Spider-Man logo. That's what I'm saying. It goes back and forth. It shows the 90s animated series logo, and then it goes back to the Amazing Spider-Man. And then this one's cool because you can see the reflection of the Green Goblin that is, you know, like I said, flying down. So that's a cool shot. I like that. And another photo here. And another one here with the comic book. That looks cool. This one might be my favorite one because we have all the well, I don't know if it's all of them, but a huge chunk of the Spider-Man Hot Toys, all the different versions that have been released. And then we have this new one that's about to come out, taking a photo of all of them. That's very cool. I really like that. Looking at the comments here, Deborah Rastelli says gotta go, bye. Thank you for tuning in, Deborah Rastelli. If you do watch it in the replay, thank you for dropping by real quick. We have Chris Chong said, what's your feeling towards Madam Web? The film. Okay, so I didn't actually talk about it. No, I didn't talk about it. I think it was right before I went to San Francisco that they released that. So that was one of those situations where I couldn't really do a stream about it. Regarding Madam Web, the trailer, I'm not that excited about it. It didn't look like it was gonna be good. When the Venom movies came out, the Tom Hardy Venom movies came out, I was excited for it because in my mind it was Tom Hardy. He's very selective. From my understanding, I think I've read an article or something like that, or maybe saw an interview, that he's very selective as to what he's gonna choose to be his next project. And he decided to do this Venom movie, so I was excited about it because, like, you know, Tom Hardy's he's picky, so he's gonna pick something good. I watched the first Venom movie and I was disappointed. I'm not even a humongous fan of Venom, but I just didn't really like the movie. It was too goofy for my taste, I guess, for Venom. And the story was kind of what do you call it, derivative, I guess. Like, we've seen that story before. It's just a very basic story, and I just didn't care for it. Now, the design of Venom was cool. I did like that. They did a good job with that, but the movie itself I didn't like. Venom Let There Be Carnage, the sequel that has a Woody Harrelson as Carnage, that one was better than the first one, but overall not good. And then they made the what's his name, Morbius, with Jared Leto. They made that movie. That movie I didn't hate as much as other people, but it was still not good. So Sony doesn't have a good track record when it comes to their Spider-Man spin-off movies so far. So I saw the trailer, wasn't super excited as to what I saw, and then the history, at least with me, with those Sony Spider-Man spin-off movies, it's not a positive thing for me. I mean, most likely I'm pretty sure I'm going to watch it, but I'm not as excited about it. So thank you for that, Chris. A Superior Failure says that image looks so expensive. Oh, do you mean, oh, expensive? You just corrected yourself. Expensive. Oh yeah. That is a couple or a few grand right there. Probably a couple grand right there. I recognize the I think it's the Spider-Man Tom Holland from Homecoming, and then there's the home suit, or the homemade suit, and then there's a couple of Miles Morales. There's the black and gold Spider-Man, and then we have the classic suit, I think, from the Spider-Man game. We have the What If Spider-Man, the integrated Spider-Man suits, and I think there's a couple Spider-Mans from Far From Home. So yeah, that's definitely an expensive collection right there, but a very cool post, very cool picture here. And here's another one right here. Obviously you can see all of them, and that's also very cool. Same figures, same characters. And then there's one with the Iron Man one. So that one came out a couple months ago or so as the classic comic version of the Iron Man. Again, doesn't have actually, I think this one does have the head sculpt for Tony Stark. Like this one, the Spider-Man doesn't have Peter Parker. I like this picture too. It's cool. And I think that's it, I believe. Oh, then we have the base. The base looks very similar to the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and then the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse bases that Hot Toys makes. So that's cool. And just some other couple photos here. I like this one. Like the background looks really cool. I like that. So that's the Spider-Man. A lot more photos than I showed you last time. I think I spent like a minute and a half of this figure, but a lot more photos. This one is not available for pre-order yet. I'll probably end up talking about it again when they actually do announce when it's going to go on pre-order. I think I read that there's only going to be about 2,000, so only about 2,000 available. So you'll have to make sure to RSVP if you're really serious about this one. Go on Sideshow, and again, I'm not being sponsored by Sideshow, but go to Sideshow and make sure to RSVP, because if you don't RSVP and you're in that virtual line and then you actually get in and it lets you buy the figure, but if you didn't RSVP, you're not gonna get it. It's gonna kick you out. You'll have to RSVP, and then you're gonna be at the end of the line. So just a little tip there if you are interested in getting this whenever that comes out. Okay, so that's it for the photos here. Let me see if there's anything else. Hold on a second for me. Okay, so we have another message, another live message here. Oh, Matthew says looks whack. I don't know which one you're referring to, but he said he looks whack. Superior Failure says, I know all the suits there. Laugh out loud. Yeah, this is the ones that we're talking about. Chris says, speaking of Tom Hardy, only just recently watched Dark Knight Rises and had no idea he was Bane until the credits. Oh, wow. Yeah, so that's been... The Dark Knight Rises came out in 2012, so... Yeah, so it's been like 11 years. And they do have a Bane figure, by the way. I don't know if you're interested or not, but so there's a Bane figure with Tom Hardy, and that one looks cool too. Then we have Denise Taylor Dennis saying that is cool. Okay, so let me see. I think that's it. I think those are the only topics that I had. I think we can probably... Oh, we only have 7 viewers though. I wanted minimum 10. So let's just wait a few minutes, see if some other people decide to, you know, pop up. Let me put the little graphic, little image of the Spider-Man Funko Pop giveaway. Very fitting because I just talked about the figure, right? Very fitting. So we have Reverse Zio says, hey Gio, how you doing? Reverse Zio? No, Reverse Zio, he was in the stream and Collector Joy's stream that I joined as well. So he's one of the panel members there. So hello there, Reverse Zio. Thank you so much for dropping by. Go to his channel if you haven't done so already. Again, if you're a collector, go to his channel, Reverse Zio. He posts a lot of cool shit. And on Instagram too, he poses these photos, nice lighting, and they're just very nice. I like seeing all his posts there. So thank you so much, Reverse Zio. We have Superior Failure says, that Funko is so cool. So yeah, I'm about to give him away. We have 11 viewers. So I think we could get started with that. So we got to 11 viewers. So let's see. We have Jerry Time. Is that Pop a 2023? Not seen that. Then Superior Failure says we got 10 viewers. Jerry Time. Are you asking if it's a brand new Funko? I don't think it is. I think I might have seen it last. I think I might have seen it last year. Yeah, so I think I saw him last year. But yeah, this is the Funko, the Spider-Man with the Santa hat. I don't know. There's different versions of it, but so we're gonna go ahead and do that then. Okay, so again, if you are watching live right now, and you still have to do all the other requirements, right? So be a subscriber to the YouTube channel, The Movie Canon, or be a follower of the Instagram page. So if you're doing that, obviously you qualify. You're watching live, you qualify. So what I would like you guys to do in the chat, say if you are a subscriber or a follower or both, so that I know you want this Spider-Man Funko. Okay, so we have Jerry Time. Is it from third year? Yes. Okay. In UK, he was in a jumper last year. Oh, okay. And then we have Superior Failure says, I did the requirements a long time ago. Okay, that's fine. So just like I said, just in the chat, if you haven't done so already, just say, you know, I'm a follower, I'm a subscriber, or whatever. And again, you have to have an address within the United States. Unfortunately, I can't send anything outside the US, so I apologize for that. I think it'll probably cost me a lot more money than it's worth to send it out of the country or out of this continent, basically. But yeah, so we have here Chris saying, I am a subscriber and follower. Okay, so I'm just gonna write down some of the names here because I just have this little I'm just doing it physically here. I have little post-it notes and I'm just writing down for now. So we have Chris Chong. I'll write your name. twice. Okay, so we have Chris once, Chris Chong twice. Okay, so we got that. We have Darren Wardle says, I'm a subscriber and a follower. Okay, so Darren Wardle. Darren, that's one. Darren again, two. Okay, any others we have here? Jerry Time, I'm subbed, but if I won, could you give it to a Christmas charity? Hold on. Give it to a kids Christmas charity. Yes, definitely. At work we have like a little in the office where I work at, there's like a little charity box or whatever. So yes, I'll definitely do that if you win. So thank you for that. So I'll add your name on here. It says you're subbed. Okay, so like Jerry Time. Okay, so we got that. And let's see. All right, anyone else who wants this Spider-Man Santa hat Funko? I'll give you guys a couple minutes, just a couple more minutes, and then I'll do the drop. We have Reverse Zio, so following both. If I won, I will give it to one of my students. Perfect, Zio. I'll add you on here. We have here, so Reverse Zio, that's one. Reverse Zio again twice. Perfect. And I like that you guys are trying to win these pops to give it to, you know, kids during Christmas time. That's perfect. That's nice. I like that. Jari Time says that's perfect. Great. Superior Failure says, I'm here. Okay, so are you saying you want this, right? So just say that you're a subscriber or a follower. I don't know. Did you already say that? Let me see. Oh, yeah, you said that you did the requirements a long time ago. Okay, so I'll put your name on here. Superior Failure. And Superior, were you the one who won the Spider-Man game? The Spider-Man 2 game? I don't remember. I think you were the one who won the Spider-Man 2 game a couple months ago. We have here... where is it? And again, I'll say this again. I'm working on the chat. I'm working on being able to display the chat on Streamlabs so that I can display it and show you the chat stuff. For some reason it's a little tricky with Streamlabs, but I'm working on that. If I need to move to another software to stream to be able to do that, I'll go ahead and do that. But for right now, that's why you can't see your chat and I'm just reading them. Let's see here. Where was I? Oh, where'd you get that? It says I'm a subscriber and a follower. Okay, so where'd you get that? I'll add your name in there twice. Where'd you get that? And then again, guys, if your name is different on Instagram than it is on YouTube, let me know if you win. Okay, so we got that. Where'd you get that? Put that down. Darren Wardle says cool, the charity. Yep. Reverse Zio says, only because I work in a very low income school and a lot of them don't have a nice Christmas. Yeah, I'm already putting together either some gifts for them on my own. That's great, Zio. That's amazing. I like hearing that. Superior Failure says, I'm a subscriber and a follower. Yeah, so I got you there. Denise Taylor Dennis says, mine says 10. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, talking about the viewers. No, we're good with the viewers. We're still doing that. We're doing that. Superior Failure says, I did it. It was so cool. And then we have, I'm trying to add to my Funko collection. Yep. Denise Taylor says 10 viewers. Yeah, that's right. Jerry Time again says, I don't do Insta due to what they allow on it. Okay, I mean, that's fine. That's fine. All right, anyone else? I'll give you guys another minute and then I'll do the draw. Actually, oh, here's my hat. I'll put the names in the hat. So is there anything else that you guys want to talk about while I put the name on here and put all the names in the hat, I should say, so I can draw the winner. And just remember, guys, I'm planning next week. I'm gonna give away the Santa, the Jack Skellington Santa Funko. So I'll choose the winner next week. And then there's the Freddy Santa from Five Nights at Freddy's Funko. That one is still open. So so just keep an eye out for that. And then of course I mentioned this earlier in the stream about the 1K. Once I hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, shortly after that I'm gonna do a big live stream when I'm gonna give away a shitload of Funkos, right? A lot of them. One of them being that 5-pack Star Wars exclusive Funko that has the main characters. That was from Star Wars Celebration 2022 in Anaheim. So it comes with Luke, it comes with Darth Vader, Princess Leia, Chewie, and I think a Stormtrooper. So that's a big giveaway, 5-pack. So once we cross the 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, I'm doing that big live giveaway. It'll be on a regular show that I do, but it'll be in there. Okay, so I'm still adding some names in here. Still adding some names in the hat so I can do the draw. And then later on, if we get a lot more bids, I should say, for these giveaways, then I'm gonna have to do a different process in selecting the winner. Because I know there's some websites where I could just add your name and it'll do like a random little like wheel or whatever. So there we go, adding another name. And then I'm gonna read some of your live chats in just a bit here. I'm just trying to add the names in here so we can get this ball rolling. So let's see here. And some of the other Funko Pop giveaways that I'm doing in that 1K stream is the Mysterio one. It's Mysterio from Spider-Man, the Sinister Six. That's one of them. Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas. That's a deluxe Funko. So that one's a pretty big one. That's going to be part of it. And I'm trying to remember what the other ones were. Let me actually see if I can show it. Hold on a second. Oh, Peacemaker. Peacemaker, that one is actually a Christmas ornament, a Hallmark Funko Christmas ornament. So that's another one. And then Ahsoka. I know there was another one. Ahsoka, a Funko. That's going to be another one once we cross that 1K subscribers. So I'll give you guys a heads up for that one. Okay, so going back here. Okay, so we got some names here. And let me look at the live chat. Let's see here. Okay, so we have Superior Failure says that Star Wars Funko box is so cool. I'll do my best to be here for it. All right, cool. Like I said, I'll let you guys know. Darren Wardo says same here. Superior Failure says I only have a Stormtrooper snowman. I need more Star Wars. A Reverse Zio says trying to figure out if you could get anything for Christmas. What would it be, Gio? Says trying to figure out if you could get anything for Christmas. Are you asking me like what would I want for Christmas? I think that's what you're asking. If that's what it is, I'll tell you in a bit here. It'll probably be Hot Toys related, by the way. Christian Gomez says subscribe to both. Okay, so we have another person here. Okay, and then I mean I'll check. You know, I'll double check if you actually are subscribed and stuff, because you know sometimes there's like trolls out there and stuff. So we have here again Christian Gomez. Subscribe to both? Yeah, to both. So Christian Gomez, write your name here. Christian Gomez. And again, everyone, make sure that you have a mailing address within the United States so that I can mail that to you. Okay, so this is, because I'm going to physically mail this to you. Okay, so I already have it. I just have to send it to someone. Okay, Christian Gomez adding your name a second time. Christian Gomez. Okay. Alright, so need to put my hat somewhere else here. Hold on a second, guys. Just a moment for me. Okay, so getting the name down. Christian Gomez. Christian Gomez in the hat. Christian Gomez in the hat again. Okay. Alright, so I think we're almost about to select the winner here. Going back to the live chat here. Let's see. Versio, my boy, Chris made it in. We have Superior Failure. I think we should all chip in to get the Movie Canon a Christmas gift for all the giveaways he's done. Oh, well, thank you so very much. Of course, you don't have to do any of that, but thank you so much. Yeah, I do a lot of giveaways, especially lately. You know, it's Christmas time and things like that. So selecting a winner here. I do see a couple people who just dropped in. So if you're coming in for the Spider-Man Funko Pop Santa hat and you're a subscriber or a follower of the Movie Canon, let me know here in the chat. Just say that you're a subscriber and a follower, or if you're just a subscriber or a follower, write in the chat that you've done one of those things, and I'll put your name here in the hat, and then I'll draw a name. Must have an address within the United States. Okay. All right. So moving things along here, I'm just moving the names around. You know, mixing them around here. All right. So I'm gonna count to 10, and then I'll start drawing the names. So that's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then I'll give you guys some time for the delay. Superior Failure says, I literally applied for the giveaway the second I saw the post on Instagram. Perfect. Thank you so much for that. Darren Wardle says, shipping has become ridiculous. A huge thumbs down to the shipping companies. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pick a winner, okay? So you guys saw me write down names. Okay, so I just picked one right here. All right, so let's see who it is. Let me put my hat over here. I don't want to drop it. Okay, so I picked a name here. Okay. Denise Taylor Dennis says, love Star Wars Funkos. Yes, so if you try to get that Star Wars 5-pack when I do my 1K live stream, you'll be very happy with that one. Okay, so I selected a winner. Okay, you can't see it. You can't see it yet. So one person has won. So hopefully you have an address within the United States, right? So the winner is, I don't know if you guys can read it. Where did you get that? So where did you get that? You are the winner. You have won this Funko Pop Spider-Man with the Santa hat. Message me on Instagram, DM me, and provide your address so I can mail that to you. Okay, so I'll mail that out to you next week. You're a subscriber, you're a follower to the Movie Canon, so I'll send that out to you, and then you'll get this Santa Spider-Man before Christmas, so you could display it, give it away, whatever you want to do with it. So there you go. So you are the winner. Thank you so much. Where'd you get that? For subscribing and following the Movie Canon. Congratulations. So just message me on Instagram. Okay, and then again, guys, I'm selecting the winner. That's the plan. I'm selecting the winner just like we did for this one, for the Santa Jack. So I'm announcing the winner next week. So keep an eye out for the post on Instagram that tells you, you know, when I'm going to do the live stream. Lately, I've been working on doing them at 12:30 Pacific time on Saturdays. That might be the case for next week too. But I'll just keep your eye out for that. We have Where'd You Get That says, I'll message through my personal IG, Cody Fonseca. Okay. Oh, yes, I recognize the name in there. Yeah. He says, thank you. So, of course, you're very welcome. Congratulations. And like I said, I'm doing this one. I'm announcing the winner next week. The Santa Freddy, I haven't decided when I'll announce the winner, but soon, before Christmas. And I already mentioned this about the 1K subscribers live streams. So whenever we cross those 1,000 subscribers, I'll do that huge live giveaway. So yeah. So I think that's it. Let me look at the live chat one more time here. Darren Wardle says, congratulations. Where'd you get that? Where'd you get that? Says, thank you. Jerry Times says, you got it out the hat. That's where you got that. Oh, got it. And then Rivers Dio says, congrats. Darren Wardle says, nice. All right. So I think that's it, everyone. So that'll conclude today's episode of the Met Report. Thank you so much for watching and participating here today. Like I said, just keep an eye out for the next stream, for the other giveaway and other contents, more movie news or TV news or hot toys, figures news or whatever. I'll keep you guys posted. So again, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to the ones who are possibly watching right now and have not subscribed. Do so for future content, future giveaways, and I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching.